before I start this video, I want to make it clear. I'm not talking about shacking up. I'm not saying, why would he buy the cow when he can get the milk for free? No. Because actually, I can give quite a bit of examples of people who shacked up and they still ended up getting married. Some of these people had kids before they got married and they still ended up marrying. Even my papa and nana, they were together 4 years and shacked up for 4 years prior to getting married. So I'm not even talking about that. What I'm about to talk about is way deeper than that. Stop playing house when you know he's not your husband. And if you're unsure whether or not he's your husband, if you're confused about whether or not he's your husband, he's not your husband. He's not your husband. So why are you auditioning to be his wife when you can't even see yourself doing life with this man? If you're real with yourself, if you listen to your intuition and not your ego, you know damn well this man is not your husband. Why are you auditioning to be his wife when he hasn't even shown you that he's worthy of being your husband? You don't need to prove yourself to no man. Men, you don't need to prove yourself to no woman. What you're supposed to do is show up as the person God created you to be and reciprocate the energy that is given to you. If that person is not matching your energy, then you leave, you walk away, but you don't overcompensate and, oh, let me do all these things to prove myself to this person. Let me show them that I care. No, because that's when you start degrading yourself. That's when you start doing things to get chose. Guess what? I'm not doing nothing to get chose. I'm already chosen by God. And I don't believe in being no ride or die. Because a lot of times that term is one-sided. You got one person riding and dying, the other person just enjoying the ride. That's not love. But I used to think it was love because I didn't love myself. And I'm not saying you can't cook for him or do sweet little gestures for him. But make sure you're doing it out the kindness of your heart. Not because you're trying to win some brownie points. Not because you're trying to do this transactional thing where it's like, oh, if I do these things for him, then I'll get the ring. If I just prove to him that I'm worthy of being a wife. No. You have to be genuine if you want real love. If you want real love, you have to be real. Not just real with that person, but real with yourself. You have to listen to your intuition. You have to listen to that inner voice. I'm going to be real. The last relationship I was in, the very first night I was with this person, my intuition was screaming, don't do it. Don't do it. But my ego was like, no, I need this in order to feel worthy. I need him in order to validate me. No, I have to hold on to this. This is the best I can do. And I stayed in that relationship for almost 4 years, being disobedient to God, ignoring that inner voice that we all have. Because I wanted what I wanted. I just wanted what I wanted. I didn't care what was best for me. I didn't care what God had for me. I just wanted what I wanted because I felt like this is the best I can do. So I'm going to give this man all of me in hopes that one day he will make me his wife. I will even give up my relationship with God. I will even lose myself in order to stay with this man. There was even a point where I was like, I cannot have kids with this person. I'm terrified to have kids with this person. If I was to get pregnant by him, I would be mortified. So why the hell am I still having sex with him? Why am I still laying down with him and opening my legs to him? He's not my husband. If I would be mortified at the fact of having a kid with this person, why am I still laying down with him like he's my husband? People can do whatever they want. I'm not going to tell nobody, don't have sex until you're married. Wait until marriage, because guess what? I'm not no virgin. So I'm not going to tell nobody what they should and shouldn't be doing, but I'm going to tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not opening these legs again until I hear that magic question. And my answer has to be yes. My answer has to be yes. But until that time comes, it's closed shop. It's closed shop. For the last 9 months that me and that person, went our separate ways, I have been a closed shop. I have not been intimate, not even a kiss, nothing with anybody. Not because, I'm scared or, I can't find anybody. Nobody wants to date me. No, it's because I know my value. I know my worth. I'm not one of them. I used to be one of them, but I'm not one of them. That was then. This is now. And I don't care about nobody saying You need to be realistic. It's 2023. You really think somebody gonna propose to you and they ain't even got a sample? Yes, the right man will. And guess what? I don't give a damn about none of that because that's what God told me to do. I'm listening to that inner voice. I'm being obedient to that inner voice because I want what God has for me. I don't want what my ego wants. And I don't care what nobody says. Sex is not just sex. The fact that you can create a whole life off that one act, that should not be taken lightly. And it took a lot of heartache. It took me going through a lot of shit for me to finally understand that on a spiritual level. It took me getting the STD. It took me having an abortion. Even the times with guys that I use condoms and nothing like that happened, I still felt that shame. I still felt that dirtiness. I'm giving myself away to a man that I wouldn't even say yes if he did propose. For what? 30 minutes of pleasure? Ooh, an hour of pleasure? Ooh, we could do a marathon, 2, 3 hours. Okay, but how am I going to feel after that? What is going to be the aftermath? And I know it's some women out there that's going to be like, oh, well, I'm a free spirit. I'm liberated. I don't care. That's what you say now, because that's what I used to say. But after years and years of failed relationships, situationships, maybe even an STD, maybe even an unplanned pregnancy, maybe a pregnancy scare, maybe an abortion, maybe you just feeling like you're so attached to this man because you've had so much sex with this man that it's hard for you to let go because you have that soul tied. That oxytocin is strong. It's very strong and it's very hard to let go of that, especially when you don't love yourself and you don't realize how sacred you really are. And like I said, I'm not here to shame nobody for having premarital sex because I'm going to be real with y'all. I was not completely sold on, I'm going to wait until my future husband pops the question for me to open my legs to him. I wasn't fully sold on that until a couple days ago. I did not come to this realization and to this decision until a couple of days ago because God has been whispering it to me, whispering it to me. And when I hear it, I'm like, nah, I don't know if I can do that, God. I'm a wait, but I don't know if I'm gonna wait until he popped the question. Like, let's be realistic, God. I ain't doing all that. Literally, that whisper kept getting louder and louder and louder to the point where I'm like, you know what? You win. I'm gonna be obedient, even though I know it's gonna be challenging. I know it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna be obedient because, like I said, I want what God has for me. I don't want what I can get on my own. And like I said, I know plenty of people who was bumping and grinding before they got married, and they still got married. I just know I can't do that because that's just a part of my walk. I have to have that boundary. As much as I might not want to, as hard as it might be, I have to be obedient. You have to figure out what boundaries you have to set for yourself. It might be something completely different. I pray this video was helpful. If it was, make sure you like it, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.